welcome back. We got another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. I'm here with Bobby, and Jamie's hanging out in the other room. He may yell. You could hear him grumbling over there. We're freeballing it today, so we typically, we don't have, a ton of structure to this show, but, we typically have, an idea of what we want to do before. We'll chat about it a little bit, see which way we want to go, And not today. Today's a free balling. It's just letting it all fucking hang out in the wind right now. We'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a good one.
We got. I was saying, are you done speaking?
You're off to a phenomenal fucking start.
I didn't know if you were done speaking.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, not for the entire show, God. But for
With
now.
that sentence, I couldn't tell if you were done.
Yes. Period.
Full stop.
Full stop.
I mean, we're halfway through Jessica Jones.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, and now I'm caught up to you.
So now we can discuss it.
Yeah. It's a little slow so far.
It is. I think that's the difference with a 13 episode season.
Yeah. I don't want to say that I'm really disappointed, but I'm slightly disappointed.
I don't know, with these seasons, I don't know if you can necessarily be disappointed until you're done watching it, because it is supposed to be like a binge thing.
Right.
It's not supposed to be like...
like the way we watch it like normal people.
Yeah.
We watch like 1 or 2 episodes at a time.
Yeah. I think, so it's hard to evaluate until it's obviously full way through, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And, it is a little slow to go to start.
Yeah.
And...
So, spoiler alert now, if you like Jessica Jones and you're watching it, or you're about to watch it, or whatever. But, they're coming. We're literally halfway through. We finished 7 episodes.
Yeah.
There's 13.
All slow to go means is that you just got to power through it and watch more quicker in a short period of time.
Right.
Because then it doesn't seem so slow.
It's starting to get good. Episodes 6 and 7 were good. There was more action in it, but the first 5 were pretty slow.
Yeah, and then I think it was the second episode was a complete just character setup.
Yeah, we didn't meet the villain until episode 5 episode 5. Because then episode 6 they did the thing, and then episode 7 they beat him up. It was the thing. He got out of jail. So it took 5 episodes to even meet the villain of the.
And it's weird because I feel like he could be kind of strong, but to start, he's not a very strong villain. It's just kind of a weirdo.
Yeah.
You just call him a bad guy?
No, I can't call him a bad guy. I'm not 7 years old.
I don't know. Did you just say? Did we say bad guy? Did I say it or did you say it?
I don't know.
Who said it, Jamie?
I called him the villain.
You guys call him villains.
The villain. Yeah, the villain. Did I say the bad guy?
No, you should.
Oh.
Villain.
The villain.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, the villain. Sorry, not the bad guy.
It was bothering me.
He's a bad man.
That's what I mean is I'm not 7 years old. He's a villain.
Yeah. He's the villain. Oh God.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, a little slow to go with him. I don't know. I think it could be good though. It could be interesting. It's real fucked up, but
yeah, it could get real fucked up.
That's what that is. It's not Jessica Jones isn't really all that actiony. It's not Daredevil. It's not Iron Fist. It's not Luke Cage.
No.
It's more of the fucked up stuff.
Yeah, that first season was really good with Kilgrave.
Yeah, there really wasn't even that much action.
No. But yeah, I mean, again, I like it so far. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just slow. So.
Yeah, well, we've even seen that with Punisher, the 13 episode season was a little slow.
That could have been done in 10 or 11.
Yeah, some of these 13 episode seasons probably could be done in probably 10.
Yeah.
Some of them could even be 8, but that's more like Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Actually, the last one of that was only 8, I think.
Oh, really? I don't even remember.
I kind of forget.
I was when we started season 3, they were showing the recap from season 2, obviously, and 1. And half the shit that was going down in season 2, I was I honestly don't even remember any of that happening.
I don't even remember when season 2 came out.
I remembered more from season 1 than I did from season 2. Which means we probably binged season 2 in 4 days, and I was probably fucked up for most of it.
Most likely. And I've seen season 1 twice.
Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. Talk about slow though. I was going fucking slow today. I don't know about you. Jamie, I told you earlier. I don't know if you guys felt it too, but I just couldn't fucking sleep last night.
I slept like a rock.
You're a bitch.
I also slept.
Fuck, man. We went to bed at like 10, and I'm just like rolling around. Like, you know, you're here, and then you roll, you're over there, and then you like try it that way, and you're just rolling. I got up to piss at one point, and I was like, fuck, whatever. I go back in, roll around more, toss and turn, and like almost fall asleep a couple times, and then didn't. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, this is ridiculous. So I get up, I get out of bed, I go look at my phone. It's like 12:30. I'm like, I've literally spent 2.5 hours just fucking rolling around, not being able to sleep. I couldn't fucking figure it out. Well, I thought I couldn't at the time, and then I was like, oh shit, that's right. I drank a fucking cold brew iced coffee at 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
I did too.
And I didn't go to the gym. So there was really no way for like my body to process that caffeine, so it's probably just cruising through my system. So I was up at fucking 6:30 this morning, played golf before I went to work, and played the best round of my life through 8 holes. shot 6 over through 8. I was fucking crushing it, and then I get to the 9th hole. Triple bogey, 9 over. Shot a solid fucking 9 over. Still not a bad round, but I could have posted something like halfway respectable.
You can't be making fucking triples, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I just kind of fell apart, I guess, at the end.
Well, you gave me the recap this morning.
Oh yeah, so off the tee, the 9th hole. Nobody knows what the fuck the 9th hole of Pine Oaks looks like, but it's a dogleg right, and it goes downhill. So like, call it 50% of the time, I'm able to like, I don't know how, I couldn't tell you how, but however I do it, I'm able to kind of like maneuver the shot so it like curves and with the dog leg hits the hill and like rolls down
Left to right.
Yeah, literally only 50% of the time. Today, not only. So I go to hit it, big fucking slice, goes into the woods on the right, it's gone. Throw the ball in the rough. I punch out to lay up right before there's a river that goes before the green. So I lay up, go there. Third shot, trying to hit the green from about, I don't know, 72 yards out. Hit the ball fat and lands in the river. So then I walk around, I drop another ball just at the bottom, at the base of the green, in the rough, whatever. Go to chip it, thin it, hit it over the backside of the green. Go back again, putt it, put it on the green, 3-putt, solid 7. Nice triple bogey to end the day. I was 6 over through 8 and 3 over on the 9th hole.
Actually, I guess on second thought, you definitely earned that triple. That's horrible.
That is fucking gross.
Yeah. That ain't good.
No. It was probably because the golf gods were like, oh, fuck this asshole. He thinks he's playing well. Yeah, we'll show him.
It's usually how it goes. 9th hole I play a lot of 9-hole rounds, and I've always said, like, the 9th hole where just all dreams go to die.
Yeah.
In a good round. Like, me and Chris were thinking about starting a jar last year. Anytime we got to the 9th hole, even par or better,
Yeah.
and then made bogey or worse, you were supposed to put money in the jar.
Oh, Jesus.
And then whoever got to the 9th hole and parred it or better would just take all the money to that point. Like, that's how often last year at Harmon we used to fuck up the 9th hole.
Well, I remember Chris would hit the tee shot, and then if it like went way right into that fucking like gravel pit or whatever, he would just leave.
Yeah, he always leaves.
He was like, yeah, I'm done.
He would always
I'm
leave.
not playing this hole.
On the 9th hole, if he didn't hit a good tee shot, he just left.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, for the life of me, I can't figure it out.
Because he's fucking Chris.
Even before I was a member there, I used to do shit like that. So, like, I'd pay to play. I'd be there. I drove all the way there.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, I think I'm done. I'm like, Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep
Cool.
playing.
I'm just gonna finish up real quick.
Yeah. Like sometimes he did it on 8 too.
Jesus Christ.
He'd leave on 8. It's like, oh, alright.
Yeah.
Guess I'll so just play by myself.
Yeah,
now.
I guess I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Maybe see you tomorrow.
But like when I
you
had
know?
the membership, it was whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But that's Chris for you. Friend of the show.
yep. That's what you get with that idiot.
You're such a cunt.
Ugh. Yeah, Jamie, what'd you say?
You're such a cunt.
Oh, yeah, he's a fucking cunt. Cunty Chris.
No.
So bad too.
Yeah, anybody that knows him just knows. Or you just, or if you know Derek, just for Derek.
Sup, Derek?
Sup, Derek. You know his brother, Chris's brother, also named Derek. They're the same person. Except I think Derek is actually friendlier.
Yeah. But Derek can definitely be more diabolical.
Oh, absolutely. he's more of like a fucking evil mastermind.
Yeah.
Chris is just a cunt. Like all the time.
Was he listening to this?
What he was doing today was he was teaching the interns, and he's like, yeah, like obviously, hey, if you tell the kids to do something and they start asking like a lot of questions, you probably didn't explain it all that clearly. Like you need to be more clear. You need to like explain what you were doing better. If you have to show it, like show it.
Right.
Whatever. He was definitely can't do what I do, which is I explain it poorly, probably leave out some words of what I want to say, and then yell at them for not getting it.
Yeah.
And then he did it with the group at 4:30. He goes, see, just like that, yelling at him for my mistake.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's incredible.
He also gets very uncomfortable. I've noticed when I like get loud in the gym. I saw him today because at one point, I forget one point I was yelling something, or no, Jamie walked into the gym. And I was like, oh, suh, dude. And, like, he turned around and said something to you. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I think me and Jamie were talking again. And I was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, bro. Let's fucking get it. Like, let's go. And then he was, like, turning around again. I'm like, dude, like, it's a gym. Like, how do you not, like, just run around and yell shit?
No, he just believes for you to be a complete moron.
Yeah, which is fine, but like that's just how I am. Like even like when I was working and like coaching classes and doing shit like that, like that's what I do. Like I just run around and like yell shit at people.
Yeah, it's different because me, Chris, and Craig are definitely not wired that way.
The three of you are very like, I know when I took my headphones out today, I was like, it's really fucking quiet.
Also, no one was training. Remember that?
Right. Yeah. Oh no, like when the group of the kids started as I was leaving.
It's also different because, and I've talked to James about this, I can't truly be myself with most of our athletes because they're too young.
Right.
So with the adults, it's completely different.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm not like.
But you're not
so here's the deal, Craig,
you're not a loud, boisterous person.
Yeah. So and neither is Chris, and Craig is a very like professional type. Person.
Yeah.
So he was originally like the one who taught us everything. Mm-hmm. So we've kind of like adopted the whole idea of like being a little bit professional, not being like loud, obnoxious.
Not being a dumbass like
it's
me.
like not being loud, obnoxious, and things like that. And that's always kind of how it's been.
Yeah, if I ever worked there, everyone would hate me.
Well, no, the other honestly,
you guys would hate me.
Well, so the other thing is with the kids, and if parents are sitting there, if you act like a dumbass, they think you're a dumbass. Yeah. And then when you're asking them for the money that you're asking them for, now money becomes a problem.
Right, and so that puts you guys in a different situation because you're also the owners and the workers.
Right.
If you just had a worker that was like that, it would be fine.
Yeah. It just depends. It depends.
And then it depends on the conversation you're having outside of that. Like, so like, when I do that, like, I'm running around, I'm jumping, I'm saying, like, let's go, like, let's get this fucking bread. Like, I'm just saying dumb shit.
Yeah.
Because I like to have fun. I'm a fun person, I like to think. But, like, when it comes down to it and you have to have a real adult conversation with a parent, I can do that.
Yeah, but it's so when... So this is the way it kind of goes, because all the parents notice everything, every detail they notice. So when you typically act like an idiot, they think you're an idiot. Like that's how
That's fair.
Like Chris's lacrosse coach used to say, people can think you're a dumbass, but when you open your mouth, then they know you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
So in terms of being loud, having energy, things like that are fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you act like a fucking donkey with parents around,
Right.
then they know you're a donkey, and then you're trying to take them serious, and you're trying to, they're trying to get them to take you serious, and when it now becomes like, oh well, my kid could go here, or he could go there, or he could go to the other place, or there's some guy at the school, or some fucking guy bought a Vertimax and put it in his apartment in Brockton. Now he's trying they just think you're a clown like those people.
Yeah, I think it's also things have changed. I mean, I've been out of the fitness industry or the athlete part of the industry, like sport performance, I guess, for probably 5 years at least. So, and then when I started, it was like 10 years, almost 10 years ago. And things were very different then. Like, parents didn't just hang out. When I worked in like all the various sport performance facilities, like I maybe had like 1 or 2 parents hang out because they lived far away and they didn't have time to drive home. Like that was it. Like parents didn't just fucking hang out there and watch their kids train.
No, truthfully too, it's only our younger kids.
Yeah.
And
the parents didn't hang out with the younger kids either.
They do at our place.
But it's a different location, it's a different type of clientele in this area of Massachusetts.
And then the other
And it's a different time, which that was 10 years ago.
Right, and the other parents that hang out just kind of like hanging out with us.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like it's a little different when I'm with the adults, because again, I'm not a high energy person, it just doesn't happen that way. But I also don't hold anything back when I talk with them.
Right.
Because I know I can.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I've never yelled. Like, you see me watching games and you try, like, I just, like, I don't, just never too high, never too, or sometimes low, but like, never get way too high. But, it's interesting, but it's like, again, Craig brings a certain level of professionalism, that's who me and Chris learned from. Again, none of us are fucking cheerleaders, and also, the other thing that we would see, like, I've actually talked to the kids about this, because they're like, oh, like they'll throw like the one-liners at you, and then I just have to rip them to shreds.
Yeah.
And it's like, I go, so honest to God, so someone comes in, they're relatively new, you don't know who they are, and they start like, bouncing around the gym like they're a fucking cheerleader, and they start telling you like rallying the troops. I go, does that really make you want to work out more?
Yeah.
No, actually that would be a little weird. What about you? Yeah, same thing.
They're also used to the way you guys are too.
Yes.
Because all 3 of you are not the same, but you're similar.
Similar.
So to have something different than that, because you guys are really good. You've had clients that have been coming to you for years.
Yep.
Like that doesn't happen everywhere, especially in the sport performance world.
Yeah.
You get kids for max maybe 3 years. You've had kids that have been there for fucking almost a decade.
Long time.
Like,
yeah, there's a couple kids who have outlasted me.
Yeah. It's it's just a weird scenario the way it's brought itself in.
Yeah, but you even like again, so it's like, looking at like people bounce around. No one acts like none of us act like that outside the gym either.
Yeah.
And Anthony doesn't do it either. Like so.
Right.
The closest you get is James, but even James brings a certain level of a little bit of professionalism. But he's just.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he's a donkey.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Is like really like it's just Chris being Chris is when you say dumb shit, he just starts talking about how much of a fucking idiot you are.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I just like to have fun. Like that's my thing. Like I'm gonna enjoy what I'm doing all the fucking time. Because if I'm not enjoying it, I'm just gonna stop doing it. I'm gonna be like, this is fucking stupid. Why am I doing this if I fucking hate it?
Well, the other part is it is work for us.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the golf course is completely different.
Yeah, I mean the
golf course is.
I also kind of act like that at work too. I mean, in one of the previous episodes, I was talking about how I was laying on the floor in my fucking office. Like,
oh yeah, but I mean, so it's like that. Well, that's another one. So Craig will talk like, "Oh, what'd you do this weekend?" Blah blah, and I'll tell him everything that we did.
Yeah.
He looks at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Oh yeah.
He looks at me like I'm absolutely insane. Like you guys all saw episode 50 or watch this or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you know how things work around here,
Yeah.
and you tell people at work, it's like, what? You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I don't tell people at work how fucked up we get or the dumb stuff that we do.
I try not to go into detail of what we do specifically, but I'll say like people fought in the backyard.
Yeah, yeah.
Like yeah, my buddy had boxing gloves, was just tuning people up.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, Saturday was a tough day. Like I'll say that like that's as far as I get into it.
Right, right.
Um,
But like I'll do that dumb shit at work too, to the point where like I've noticed now. I was there the other day, and someone like walked by, like the hallway. We have two different offices. There's like a really big one and then like a smaller one. And my desk is in the smaller one, but in the hallway, someone walked by and was like, "Yo, what up, dog? Like, what's good?" And I was like, "Oh shit, this is what I've relegated myself to." Because like that's what I do. Like I'll walk into a room and be like, "Yo, what up, homies?" And just say dumb shit and be like, "Yo, what's poppin', son? What we got going on in here? What's the haps, yo?" And like I'm just that's what I do.
God.
Like I like to have fun and like it makes people laugh. But I think the big thing is like I like to make people laugh and say dumb shit. Like I don't know. That's how I've always been.
And that's I make people laugh, but that's because the kids are so used to my shit talking.
Right.
And actually, it is pretty good, and it is fucking quick,
Yeah.
and it is like all borderline impeccable.
Yeah.
Because like even like some kid came out blah blah blah, it's like da 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 da, and I just like rattle off like before I'm even aware of what I just said, it's already out of my mouth and at them, and they just start laughing.
But so like then today I was in Lawrence in our Lawrence office, and I saw someone up there that like I don't see that often, and they walked down the hall and they were like, "Yo, what's good?" And I was like, "Oh shit, dude! Like this is what everyone knows me as. This is what I've done to myself."
So Anthony.
So it like just hit me today that like well I guess I'm that fucking asshole. But
So this morning, whenever the kids ask me, like the older kids, whenever they ask me where Chris is,
yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh, dude, I don't know, it must be a gay pride parade today or something." And so I said that today. Anthony asked me. He said, "Oh, where's Chris?" I was like, I don't know, dude. I didn't think there was a gay pride parade today. It's a weird day for one." He goes, Moron Festival must be in town.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing I was thinking all day when you just, existed in the gym. Moron Festival's in town.
Yep, that's right. I was there. But I mean, but then also in the same breath, like, don't get me fucking wrong. Like, when push comes to shove and I have to get down to business, like, I will fucking crack business. Like, I will.
Well, so
that's my thing is I know when to turn it on and turn it off.
Yes.
Most of the time, to be totally honest, I'm turned off. Like, I'm saying dumb shit, I'm having fun, and I'm just enjoying wherever I'm at and whatever I'm doing, whatever that looks like. But when I gotta turn it on, I fucking handle my business.
Yeah, and I think the other difference is, like, I don't really have coworkers because there's only 4 people that work out of the gym.
Yeah.
So I'm only dealing with clients.
Right.
And if I have too much fun, we actually won't get anything done.
True.
And that's a problem.
True.
So, like, when
I'm in a position where I can be like that.
But
whereas if I were still the supervisor in the office,
also, if
I wasn't like that
Yeah.
when I was the supervisor because I had other responsibilities.
But if I had say I had like a team, say I just had like a team of 6 trainers, they're all underneath me. There's none of the situation that we had.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a lot different for me.
Yeah.
Because I would have like an actual staff and coworkers.
Right.
We don't really have that. But the other thing too is like interns will ask sometimes, like some of the more mature interns, like, "Oh, what's like the culture around this place, whatever," which is a fucking bullshit thing. But
Stop reading your dumb books.
well, it's like I've been seeing some. I'll get into that, but what's the culture around here? I go fucking loose attitude until this training suffers.
Yeah.
Like we can have as much fun as we want
Right.
until the training sucks.
Right.
If we're not getting what we need to get done, then I got a problem.
Yeah. I bring the Bobby Brock approach to everything. Shout out to Bobby. You come in, you get your shit done, and then once your shit's done, I don't give a fuck what you do, but just make sure all your work gets done.
Yeah.
That's how I look at everything. Like, no one can give me shit for being the way I am because nothing is ever late. I'm never missing any reports. My notes are never not up to date. I'm never not completing my job and doing my visits and getting everything done. Like, I'm always on top of my shit, so then I like to fuck off and have fun.
Yeah, no, and I'm the
But
same way.
But if you fuck off and you have fun, and you're not getting your shit done, that's not gonna fly.
It's the little stuff, like it's stuff not getting done, and then it's like even with my interns, like, so the interns I have right now, none of them are really like
they're not like superstars.
no, but it's even like just in terms of like attitude, none of them are like really out there. None of them really fuck around too much.
Yeah.
Well, even if they did, it's like, okay, well, again, you can have as much fun, but I want that to be less than done. And I want it done in 30, 35 minutes. If it takes 40, I'm going to be pissed. If it takes 25, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
If, you're having fun, whatever, and, the group's going well, and you're on time, but you're on your phone every 4 seconds, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
Get the fuck off your phone. Everybody in the gym notices it.
Right.
Everyone.
There's nothing worse than, like,
I had to yell at one of them yesterday.
Any kind of
fucking phone
like
away.
conversation that you're having, and someone has their phone out. It's like, are you listening to me,
And that's the thing, is like, so
or are you watching your phone?
we all have to be on our phones occasionally because clients text in, email in, things like that. Stuff goes off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking God forbid the accountant fucking emails me, something like that. There is some stuff I have to handle right away. So we are on our phones, but we aren't actively firing off emails or texts or things like that while doing a piece of what we're doing.
Right.
So mid warm up is not the time to fire off a text.
No.
While they're grabbing a drink is, but it better not be a fucking essay.
Right.
And then it's like, even like little stuff like
Or
show the fuck up on time.
Or you do the buy yourself more time thing, where it's like they go grab a drink, you send a text to someone in a group, call you in 30 minutes, and then you just bought yourself an extra 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to not be a fucking dumbass about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Although I think intern training was a success.
Yeah?
The way I did it this year.
That's good. Which
So
is
now-
different.
So now this is gonna sound stupid because it sounds so obvious. So this time, what I did was I got everyone's availability beforehand, and I figured out a time for everyone to come in for 12 hours of training just with me
Okay.
over 3 weeks, and then it was like another 3 days worth of just observation to see how the groups went, and then I considered them as like starting,
Okay.
which definitely shortened the learning curve. So my only thing that I need to figure out now is if I, for example, got 2 or 3 interns for the fall,
Yeah.
how the fuck I'm gonna do that? Just because
Yeah.
if they're so these kids, they work, but they don't have class, and I also have morning and afternoon times.
Right.
So I don't know how I'm gonna do it in the fall. If I get 1, no problem.
Right.
If I get 2, I don't exactly know how. 2 or 3, I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it. Actually, I wouldn't take on 3 for the fall. I would take on 2.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know how I would do it because they're definitely gonna have class. They're probably gonna have to work, and the days that they could potentially come in are gonna be limited as is.
Right.
So I don't know like how the fuck I'm gonna train them.
Yeah, that's
The way I did it.
interesting.
I mean, unless the stars align and I can find 2 times during the week to train them to combine with the 1 day I want them to observe for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Or, I mean, depending on when you get them, if you had like that last week or 2 before the semester starts, have them come in then.
Yeah, it just depends on when the semester starts.
Yeah.
But it really just depends on when they kind of like are around. But also, I might have none for the fall.
Right. Yeah, it's true too.
I might not get another intern until the summer.
Yeah.
And even then, fucking crapshoot. Could have 1.
Right. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Oh. I wanted to lead with this, but I got lost in my train of thought and we got sidetracked and started talking about all this other shit. But we just watched the last episode.
Yes.
Episode, we'll call it 50 and a half.
50 and a half.
Holy shit.
I will say, dude, it's better than the Super Bowl episode.
Yes.
And it's better
Oh,
than...
you mean the episode that I never listened to?
Yep, it's better than that. And it's also better than the lost episode we did at the Blizzard party.
Yes.
And so this one won't really jive audio wise because like people aren't speaking into mics and stuff.
No.
But it'll be a video.
Yeah, so if you guys are listening right now or watching on YouTube, we're gonna release it as a YouTube only. It'll be like a bonus release, whatever. We'll call it episode 50 and a half. We recorded later in the night after episode 50, after we had been consuming copious amounts of alcohol. Like Daz was just saying, unfortunately, the way our audio system works with microphones, the
4 mics
audio,
for 7 people in one room doesn't work.
the audio is just unlistenable. There's people like yelling over each other. There's side conversations. However, because we record on my phone for the video show, the audio is, you're able to actually separate the audio and listen to it. You just can't do that the way it is. Just you guys don't fucking care. It's not gonna be an audio show. It's a video only. So if you want to watch us be fucking dumbasses and talk about the dumbest shit and watch Jaimo just be a drunk asshole, it'll be on YouTube.
I walked out on the episode.
Yeah.
And then I came back.
Yeah,
Did I come back or was I just talking behind the phone?
You came back after Nikos said, this isn't Sarcasm Speaks, this is Sarcasm Sucks.
It was Sarcasm Sucks.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then you came back and you said, oh, the best part of the show just happened. Let's fucking end this. Yeah, you walked off, Nikos walked off. Jaimo was up and down the entire episode because he was so fucked up. I think Finn left at one point too. So Dickie kind of sort of steered the ship for most of it. He didn't necessarily always steer it in a good direction.
Well, he steered it, but he didn't control it.
No. Bounced off a couple icebergs a few times. But, that was actually really funny though. I actually really enjoyed watching it. And 2 weeks later, being shit.
That's the thing is okay, so yeah, we yelled over each other and people weren't speaking into mics. That's just logistical things.
Right.
The other lost episodes were just very, very bad. We repeated each other, we fought with each other.
We said shit that we didn't actually believe.
Yeah, said shit we didn't actually believe. I forget what I say,
yeah.
I fucking just rant on about the same stuff.
Yeah.
I forget what I'm talking about, and then I'm so in on that point that I just keep making it. Even though I've already made it, I keep making it. It's
yeah, what was that? Oh, was that Comcast?
Netflix.
Oh, Netflix. Yeah. But so Netflix.
It's all cyclical.
Yeah, everything is cyclical.
Ugh. And the Super Bowl one
was just me and you
basically just fought the whole time.
Yeah.
But Nikos was on my side.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know what we were arguing over.
Okay, we were talking about Pat's Super Bowls, and I at some point mentioned the 07 Super Bowl sucked, that sucked and always will suck.
Yeah.
And then you fucking flipped out on me because they had just won a Super Bowl, so why was I talking about a losing Super Bowl?
That sounds like something I would say.
And then Nikos was with me, he's like, dude, we're just talking about one of the biggest missed opportunities, or I don't know, it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
And you kept being no, fuck you, fuck that, fuck whatever, and I'm just fine. Fine, that's fair, fine. And I just kept saying that, just knowing it was pissing you off.
Yeah. Well, I was excited. They just fucking won. It was the night they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know how we got on. I would say I don't know how we got on it, but
yeah.
Also, what were we supposed to do? Kiss their ass for fucking an hour?
Yeah, that's true. That wasn't gonna happen. Oh, sa, dude. Hey, sweet evolution shirt, bro.
Oh, dude, another guy.
Jamie's back. He's got the weighted blanket, which I will say. So I think I said this already on the previous episode. When I drove home at fucking 6:30 in the morning on Sunday, I laid on the couch, threw the weighted blanket over me, and I was asleep in about 15 minutes.
I fell asleep on the couch today.
And slept until 10 o'clock. I got home at 7:30.
I probably napped for 45 minutes today.
Nice.
Do you use the weighted blanket?
I did use the weighted blanket.
Yeah, that thing is incredible, right?
Great.
Everyone needs a weighted blanket. It's also what would you say? That's 20 pounds?
25.
25 pounds? Thing's pretty legit.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Is it washable?
I have no idea.
I don't think so, because like
I
the
feel
fucking
like-
beads are already falling out of it.
Yeah, I feel like
Are
the
they?
beads would fuck some
Couple
shit
of them.
Fuck, we're losing fucking soldiers.
Might be 24.25
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a giant bean bag, or like a bunch of different little bean bags sewed in together. I don't know, it's cool. I like it. It's awesome. But, you know, whatever.
The public sector strength and conditioning coaches are at it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it started with, I don't know who, I don't know what school, didn't bother looking, I don't care. Someone from, I don't know, it was like retweeted a CNN article, and the CNN article was talking about like average salary after school is like $78,000, which I'm not buying for a fucking second.
Where?
Yes,
What
exactly.
school? What
Now,
job?
someone
what is-
someone did say that like financial tech trading things like that probably skew the numbers.
Well, you know what they also might do to skew the numbers is that they just take anybody that's gone to college and been like, oh, you're 36 years old, but you went to college and you make $130,000 a year, so we're gonna count that. You know, like they can, you can skew data however
whatever
you
you
want
want,
to make
manipulate
it
everything.
exactly.
So
That's why I don't trust any of those.
no.
fucking
So anyway, but
things.
so that was just like that was the thing was retweeted, and then someone in the public sector, I don't know if it was college, high school, I don't know, but public sector strength and conditioning was like, yeah, and we have people with a master's degree and 5 years of experience making 30,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I don't know what the plan is. And then, like, just seeing everybody's responses, oh, my dear Lord. My God.
Was this Twitter?
Twitter.
Yeah.
People are such fucking douchebags.
Oh yeah.
Such douchebags.
What are they saying?
So, the main problem with strength and conditioning is, if you're unhappy with the amount of money you're making, someone will scab you.
Yeah.
So there will be someone who will take your job if you don't want it.
Right.
So that's the main problem. Now, that is a result of the low barrier to entry.
Mhm.
So, if you have a 4-year degree in anything, you can get your CSCS.
Yes, literally in anything.
You can go work for free for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you can gather enough experience to get an assistant job. And then you could potentially work as an assistant. You could get a head job at a smaller place. You could go high school. Like, there's opportunities. If you're willing to move around the country, there's plenty of opportunity. And even actually, if you're willing to go to Europe and do some of those club teams,
Oh yeah, that's true.
like, there's plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's actually not that hard to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, people aren't retiring strength coaches, so they're always moving into admin, they're moving into private. Like, people are moving on and turning over, because not everyone's Scott Cochran at Alabama.
Right.
Making $600,000-$700,000 a year. It just isn't happening.
Yeah.
And those guys, the only way that Alabama job is coming up is if he dies, I assume.
Yeah. Because Saban's not going anywhere. That's the big thing.
Yeah, or if the coach gets fired.
with
yes.
with D1 schools, I mean you know this, but the strength coaches at D1 schools get tied to the head football coach.
Which is also why, if you're a strength coach, you definitely don't want just football.
Right.
You want Olympic sports.
Yeah, because if that
The
coach,
baseball, if you're the Olympic
that
sports strength
football
and
coach
conditioning
gets fired, you lose your job.
that's it.
Yeah.
But if you're the Olympic sports
Right.
coach and the women's soccer coach gets fired, yeah, you're
It
probably
doesn't.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
But so that's the main issue is if strength and conditioning coaches are going to ever be what they consider to be fairly compensated, there has to be some kind of licensing board.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's ever going to happen. The PTs don't want it, and they already have a board cert.
Mm.
Plus, they probably pull enough power.
Yeah.
So the PTs don't want it, and it's going to take them. It's still going to take them 11 years just for people to sit for the CSCS to hold a related degree. Because right now, if you have a journalism degree, you can sit for the CSCS.
Oh yeah, I know. You just have to have a bachelor's degree.
But in 2030, to sit for the test, you have to have a related degree. Exercise science, strength and conditioning, exercise phys, kinesiology. Dude, why does it take 11 years for that to be put into place?
I have no idea.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Make
it
the
doesn't.
fucking change. Do it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Right.
The fuck do I like? What the fuck does it matter?
Right. Right.
Or you got a year. If you want if you are a photography major and you want to get your CSCS,
Yeah.
put in for it in the next year.
Right.
It doesn't take that long to study for the damn test.
Right. No, it doesn't.
No. So, and if it does take you that long, make it your fucking life. If it's that important to you, make it to your fucking life.
Yeah.
Because you can do it in a couple months.
Yeah, I mean,
even if you don't know a fucking thing.
I think that eventually needs to happen. I've had this conversation multiple times with multiple people. I think that eventually, and we're starting to kind of see this movement a little bit, but again, it's how long is it going to take?
Well, just to get a related degree, to get a cert, it's going to take 11 years.
Yeah, no, I know.
My God, if they ever wanted a license, we'll be on fucking outer space.
But what I would like to see eventually is personal trainers be held obviously to a higher standard, but to the point where they're working side by side with physicians and medical doctors, so that people finally start to realize like you need to approach health in like a holistic way. Like you can't just walk into me and be like, oh, you have high blood, if I'm a doctor, be like, oh, you have high blood pressure, well, here's a prescription for fucking, I don't know, whatever high blood pressure medication is.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, first, here's a prescription to go work with this trainer. Do this for 3 months. We'll see how that is. And then at the end of 3 months, if you still have high blood pressure, then we'll go to Medicaid. Like, that's ideally how I would like to see it. And where I say we're kind of sort of seeing a little bit of traction is with the uptick in functional medicine. That's been a big thing that's come out in the last, we'll call it the last decade, but it's really caught fire probably in the last like 5 years. You're seeing more and more people going to school for functional medicine. It's getting more like marketing stuff. I think that that's eventually the way to go, because the way are you familiar with it at all?
I mean, I can infer, but
The way it works is like how it's awful, but it's how medicine should happen. So it's just that. It's like if you come to me and present symptoms, my goal is to not treat the symptoms, my goal is to treat the cause. So you go through like a battery of testing with whatever symptoms you have to figure out what is causing whatever ailments you have, and then you treat the cause, so then the ailments go away.
so if the cause is you're a fat slob that doesn't exercise and eats like shit, then you start exercising and stop eating like shit.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like
so strange.
Yeah, so it's like you're
Wild
overweight and your knees hurt. You think you have arthritis in your knees. Well, let's get rid of all the inflammatory foods that you're eating all the time, and then let's get you, just exercising a little bit, so you start to lose some of the weight, so you have less weight on your joints, and now you're eating less foods that cause inflammation. So now you're inflamed. You know what I mean? So that's how functional medicine works. It's not quite a holistic doctor. Holistic medicine is very very different. Holistic medicine is like I don't want to call it woo-woo.
The guy from Seinfeld.
Because it does kind of work.
Put the triangle over the head.
Yeah.
And ring the bell.
It's
and
like
drink
essential
this.
oils and like all that shit, and like turmeric and all you know what I mean? Like that's the holistic shit. Functional medicine is kind of like in between like the typical traditional MD and the holistic doctor. They play both sides. They appreciate both sides.
So the only thing with, and I like your strategy, and I wish that would be the case, but you need to change doctors at that point. Like I think what we're talking here is changing strength conditioning itself.
Yeah.
And either not having people be scabs or making it harder to become whatever. And I think you need to license, because I don't think unionizing is the answer.
No, absolutely not.
Unionizing.
That's what. Well, so over the multiple conversations over the years I've had was hoping that as a personal trainer, if I doubt I'm ever going to go back into the field, but if I ever were to, was to start branching out and connecting with functional medicine doctors in the area, establish that relationship, and have them send me clients. So it's not necessarily like that's my only business, but like because I have the relationship with this doctor, he knows, okay, I have a patient that needs to lose 30 pounds. I'm going to send him to Jared because I know he's good and he knows what he's, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not official. Like again, years down the road, I would love that it would be official and it would work with MDs I don't know if it'll ever get there.
Well, that could be
unfortunately.
done individually right now.
Yeah.
Like you just said it.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I could Google functional medicine in the area.
Yeah.
I could network with the doctors, tell them like, hey, this is what I do, this is how I do it, this is what I think.
Right.
There's a good fit on both sides, and it's like, okay, he sends me one person,
Mhm.
he or she sends me one person, see how it goes.
Right.
You know, you meet the needs of that client. All right, well, here you go. I'm sending you everybody now.
Right. There it is.
You don't even need anything official for that because you're not going to change traditional doctors. You're also not going to change people. Everyone's going to go to their physician for everything.
Right.
I have a fucking orthopedic specialist in-house that can look at any whatever thing. He'll look at you for 15, 20 minutes for free.
Yeah.
And then he'll tell you, hey, go see this person, go see that person. He can write you a script to go see a specialist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he can do all that stuff.
No.
Oh, well, we went to our physician. Why? Well, you were sitting on a goddamn fire truck. Like, my God.
Yeah.
Like,
The-
what the fuck does he know?
I've said this a bunch of times too, and I don't care that people are like, well, what do you mean? And I'm like, so my big thing is, if you think doctors are smart, you're an idiot.
They're not.
Because they're not.
No, sorry, that's not fair. That's not fair.
So
They are not.
again, and
They are not masters of all.
Right, exactly.
They are not
Exactly.
masters of all. They usually have to take 1 to 3 semesters of nutrition.
And I know it's not all doctors. I
No,
know
it's
there are some great ones out there, but there's a lot of really fucking
But like
shitty
your
ones.
typical physician takes 1 to 3 semesters of nutrition.
Right. In an 8-year program.
Yep. 1 to 3 semesters.
1 to 3 semesters.
And then they take probably
That's
1
16
semester.
weeks.
And then it's about 1 semester of exercise.
Yeah. 16 weeks.
I, on the other hand, took of pure exercise. I probably took 4 years.
Yeah.
Plus like 2 years of core stuff.
Right. Right.
So, you know, there's obviously a fucking imbalance here.
Absolutely.
But you also get PTs that think they know exercise. And they know rehab, they know treatment, they probably know a little bit of exercise.
Right.
They don't know strength and conditioning.
No.
Promise you that.
No. That aggravates me.
But you get anybody thinks they know whatever. The D line coach at the high school,
Right.
they know exercise.
Yeah.
'Cause
I played football, and I
Yeah.
played football at a Division I program.
Yeah.
This is what we did.
that's
so
the same
this is
thing.
gonna
It's
work.
like it's personal trainers teaching golf.
Works.
It's personal trainers teaching golf.
Yeah.
Like I'm all on the golf course and I had a guy bitch at. I don't think I told this, but if I did, sorry for repeating. But one of the guys I was playing with,
It's all cyclical anyway.
it's all sick of him. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck am I doing?" And he's like looking at me, and then he like looks at me like again. He goes, "Dude, I'm talking to you, motherfucker." I go, "About what?"
Yeah.
He goes, well, "I don't know what the fuck I'm doing out here." I go, "I don't fucking know either."
Yeah.
I go, "I'm better than you, but I'm not. I don't know what the fuck you're doing." I go, "I don't know why you suck at putting. Did you try putting better?"
I'm not a golf coach.
And this guy could have absolutely fucking kicked the shit out of me. Absolutely could have kicked the shit out of me. Like no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Like he actually like years ago played Division I football and had an opportunity as a tryout with the Pittsburgh Steelers for fullback.
Mhm.
So this dude, this is a dude.
Yeah.
But he starts coming at me. It's like, I have a low single digit handicap.
Right.
I take lessons from my guy down the street. If you want to know what the fuck you're doing, his name's Gary. Give him a call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why the fuck you suck at putting.
Right.
I can't tell
That's
you.
the thing. Is
I
that
don't know why the fuck you're hitting the ball a mile right.
people make the assumption that because you're good at something, you must also be a good teacher at it, and it's like you
No.
don't know. That's not how
I'm
it
not
works.
that good.
That's not how that works.
That's the other thing. I ain't that good.
Right. But
I am better than most people,
right.
but I am not good enough to tell you what you're fucking doing.
Right.
Never mind, I'm fucking left-handed. So
Yeah.
what the fuck you're doing as a righty, I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's all backwards.
right. Right. Your,
How the fuck am I supposed to show you how to do it
your clubs
when
are broken.
I'm fucking lefty? I'm fucking on the other side of the damn ball.
Yeah.
It's completely backwards.
Yeah. People are fucking stupid. Jamie agrees.
Yeah. Fuck. Guy keeps missing putts short. I'm like, I don't know if you tried hitting it harder. I don't think you like that too much. Never play this bad. Then what do you? Then chalk it up to a bad round, man.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like.
If you never played this bad, then guess what? You had a bad day. I was
Yeah.
doing the same thing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking couldn't stop hitting it right. But Yeah, so I don't know. It's like, so they're like the strength and conditioning coaches, they're going off on their thing, and I don't know what they want. But then you see like in the comments, it's like, yeah, but how do we measure performance? And I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, this is what's wrong with fucking public strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
Is everything needs to be outcome based, and it's like, oh, well, how do we measure a strength coach's performance? Oh,
We need randomized controlled trials.
Let's look at injury.
It's gonna be double blind.
Let's look at injury rate. And then someone chimes in, it's like, so if an athlete gets hurt, it's on you? Oh, no. Injuries are multifactorial. That was a word I did see.
Oh.
So, one, douchebag,
Yeah.
for choice of word.
Yeah.
Two, so you want the credit for lack of injuries, but
You don't want to.
you don't want any blame for injuries.
Right.
Guess what?
You're a douchebag.
You need a new marker. Oh, well, 300-pound squats doesn't mean anything. What do you want from me, man?
Right.
Like, what do you want here? It's like, oh god, you guys can't even get. So that's the thing, is like, strength and conditioning coaches want to get on the same page, and everyone wants to be compensated fairly, and no one wants to work, 1 million hours a week. No one wants to do the 6 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. shift.
Right.
With most of that being on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in the private sector, so I don't have as many groups as these people. I readily admit, I got more behind the scenes shit, but no one wants to worry about that.
Right.
But they can't even get on the same page and like just get along, and like they have to fucking clash with each other.
Yeah.
When having a conversation.
I think that's more of just like people in general right now. Like, I don't think anybody wants to fucking agree with anyone or admit that what they're doing isn't as good as what someone else is doing. It's like, I feel like right now, more than ever, people have such an inflated fucking ego of themselves. And not to sound like fucking crotchety old man, like old man yells at cloud.
Yeah.
But like, I think it has to do with how everyone gets a fucking participation trophy and shit like that. Like, always telling people that like, yo, you're great. Yo, you did awesome. Oh, you came in 6th place. Here's a trophy. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I think it also has to do with
because if you're always told that you're great and you're doing awesome and you're doing well, everything you're doing is perfect, you're literally gonna believe that.
Well, there's also that sense comes from social media. If people
Right.
post stuff and it gets a lot of likes, it gets a lot of shares, and people comment on it, it gives them this idea
Yeah.
that either they're better, or their picture is better, or their social media is better, like they're accomplishing something and they ain't accomplishing a goddamn thing. You posted a picture online.
I heard something of someone was telling me a story about one of the weightlifters on social media who only posted his back off sets. So like, he never posted any of his PRs. He never posted any of his top weights. He only exclusively posted his warm-ups or his back off sets. And I was like, that's really fucking cool, because you're not out there like big dick swinging, like, look at me, this is how much I can lift. And also, there's a bit of gamesmanship in that, because when it comes to competition day, no one but your coach knows how much you can lift. So like, if I know that I'm going to a competition, which just registered for a competition actually today.
Another one, or the same one that you and Mitch are doing?
No, July 20th. We're going to Bay States.
Is that the same one?
Mitch isn't competing. He fucked up his back.
Of course you did. Was that the one that you guys were planning on doing?
Mitch was going to do the RWL one, I think. That's what we had talked about.
Were you going to do that too?
Yeah.
Really?
But that one's 135 and
Yeah.
Bay States is 60. So I'm doing Bay States the week.
I just didn't think you were going to show your face at that place.
I'm also, my plan was to show up at that place and qualify for the American Open. And then walk off like mic drop after not training ever. Just like roll in, be like, oh, what's up, bitch? I'm still good enough to just stroll in here and qualify, and I'm going to do it in your house, and then I'm just going to leave. So I'll see you at the American Open. Oh, yeah, that's right. Maybe I won't, because I don't think you have any lifters that are good enough to go. Whoa, sorry. Did I say that out loud? But yeah, no, it was way more expensive, and I'm coaching Chris. Shout out to Chris. He's been on the show before. We have like 7,000 Chris's.
How many monsters is Chris gonna drink?
I don't know, Chris. Let us know how many monsters you're gonna drink.
Well, you can still fall asleep on 4. So, Chris, I'm suggesting a minimum of 6.
Yeah. So I'm coaching him. He's in the session before me, so I'm gonna help coach him, and then I'm gonna lift after that. Literally, my only goal is to just qualify for the American Open. I'm gonna snatch.
Where is it this year? Sorry, is it this year or next year? Like, how does it qualify?
It's this year. It's this year.
It's the end of this year?
Yeah.
Where is it?
One in, I forget where the one in September is. I think it's somewhere fun. I don't know. I forget where it is. But I know it's somewhere good because that's what Matt and Tony have been telling me. So then, what was I saying? Oh, so I'm literally just going to snatch as much as I can. And then I'm going to open my clean and jerk at whatever number I need to qualify, and then I get 3 whacks at it.
Yeah, okay, that works. Honestly, it sounds like a good strategy to me.
But-
I never coached Olympic lifting.
But the number I need to qualify is 196 total.
Okay.
I've snatched 90 kilos in your gym, and I've also clean and jerked 120 in your gym.
That's 210.
That I'm very confident in myself. So I'm literally like, I may just snatch 90 kilos and then open
Just
it.
push the chips in on 10.
And then open at 106 and then just hit it because 106 is easy fucking money for me all day.
Yeah.
And then like after that, go to like 120 and say, fuck it, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
That's literally like what I'm gonna do probably. So, we'll see. But yeah, I just registered for that competition today. The Bay State Games. Shout out to the Bay State Games. If you guys want to sponsor us, you let me know.
Don't see why they would, but
I don't know. I forget what we were talking about before I got on that. I forget how that even came up.
I do too.
I don't know. You want to wrap this up?
Yeah,
You got a final thought?
I do.
What you got?
So California's working on a bill
Mm-hmm.
to compensate collegiate athletes.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love that.
If they do,
Yeah.
every school in California is now ineligible for national titles.
Oh, it's incredible. That makes it even better. Fuck California. It's such a shitty state. It's fun to visit, but like in and of itself, California sucks.
So
Taxes are too high. People are really fucking losery.
so if let's just say California agrees to compensate
They also don't like
collegiate
guns.
athletes. So let's say California passes their bill,
Yeah.
where they're going to compensate collegiate athletes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is in the term of. I don't know how the details, but they're going to compensate collegiate athletes.
Okay.
And then it passes. They go with it. So now no school from California can play for any national title in any sport.
Okay.
Do you think athletes will still play for those schools?
Absolutely. Because they want to get paid.
Do you think what they get paid will be worth sacrificing? Okay, so here's
So all right, here's what I think. My initial knee-jerk reaction. You're a decent athlete. Are you gonna go play for TCU? Well, let's keep it in football.
Yep.
Are you gonna go play football at TCU, which is a good school, but again, let's be honest, you're not playing for a national title. Or are you gonna go to USC or UCLA or Stanford or literally pick any college in California and also not play for a national title or get paid?
Okay, I see what you're saying. So your team potentially doesn't even have the ability to play for the national title just because of who they are.
Exactly. So it's like, are you gonna? It honestly, as shitty as it happens most of the time when things like this happen, it's gonna hurt the middle class of colleges because Clemson, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State, those are gonna be fine. People are always gonna go there. Texas, Florida. Like,
Well, it's the same
they're
thing.
always going to be there because you have the potential to play for a national title.
Well, even right now, if
But-
you choose Stanford,
yeah,
it's not because you're going to win a national title.
right,
Because you're going to Stanford.
right. But if you live on the West Coast and you want to go to Washington State, but you also have an offer from UCLA,
Dude, or even like a San Diego State. I know
Or
they're
San Diego State,
but
yeah. Like you're going to San Diego State. You're not going to Washington. So it's like that middle tier of colleges are the ones that are going to be hurt most by this.
Now, what about, because obviously football is your moneymaker.
Yeah.
The basketball schools in California usually don't compete, so.
No, I mean it's not 1980. John Wooden's not walking back in the
Yeah.
fucking court for
So,
UCLA.
Yeah, so so let's take football out of it, because in other sports they have a real threat, like soccer,
Yeah.
baseball,
Yep.
all those sports.
Yeah.
Do you think that changes anything for those schools? Because I think like Long Beach State,
Yeah.
like they're a competitor.
Yeah.
San Diego State, they compete in baseball.
Right.
But baseball is obviously not your big money sport. So, like, if you want to get drafted and go to the NFL and do all that bullshit, like, you might go to USC, you might be local, maybe your parents went there, you have a connection or whatever. Maybe you just really like the coaches, so you go there. You know you're not competing because USC's trash these days.
Yeah.
What about some of those college, so the other sports, like even like diving and shit like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be interested to see more of like the logistics of this.
Even women's
because
sport.
I know San Diego State has a really good baseball team. I wonder if there would be a way for just the San Diego State baseball team to waive their right to get paid in order to still be eligible for a national title. I don't know. I literally just made that up.
Honestly, there could be, because you're not breaking any rules until you accept money.
Right.
So if your team waives the right, then I assume you'd still be eligible.
Yeah.
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 That could be a thing too. But anyway.
I mean, I like it. I think all college athletes should be paid.
So my only other side of this was, let's just say like your options are, you know, say you really narrow it down to two, and you're gonna choose between Georgia and USC. So on one side of it, you could get paid to be an athlete,
right,
at USC, or you could go to Georgia, where you are gonna get hush hush paid to play.
Right.
And if you were, for example, the running back, you know, let's not name any names here, but like let's say you were a stud running back and maybe you led your team to a national title, which hasn't happened for Georgia in a very long time.
Yeah.
But you're clearly the best player. Maybe you finished top 3 Heisman.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if going to California would make you any more money.
No.
Than if you did that.
Right. Right.
Like that like those D linemen from Clemson.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could have gotten adequate compensation, and had it even be worth a damn.
Right. Right. So I mean, I know
someone went to UMass and made a couple grand a game when he had a good game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what NCAA compensation would be.
Right.
It can't be more than, if you play 10 games, it can't be more than $20,000.
Right, and that's ridiculous. That's a lot. That's not like
that's
when I
UMass.
say that like I want college athletes to get paid, like $20,000 is good with me, because you're like, whatever. You give me the bullshit about the free education, and this education costs $50,000 a year.
Oh, and they don't pay for housing.
Yeah, and it's like, okay.
You know what? You can house your ponies. They'll be fine. Like,
you can go fuck yourself also, because as I alluded to in the last episode, education is a fucking scam in this country.
I was talking about that with someone today.
Yeah, maybe one of these episodes I'll get into. I could probably rip on it for a whole fucking hour. But you're gonna give me that bullshit. Like, this school costs $50,000 a year. It's like getting paid $200,000 if you're here for 4 years. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Your piece of paper is not worth $200,000. Just fucking stick it straight up your ass. So fuck that. But
plus, what if you never finish?
Exactly. So I do think that they should get paid. But like I said, like $20,000 is fine. Like that's all you need when you're in college. That's good enough.
Yeah, but like the big players will make more than that, like on their own.
Yeah, like if you allow them to take endorsements.
No. This is all against NCAA rules. But like if we're gonna fucking talk about it, let's not pretend like it doesn't happen. Like I said, a fucking random dude from UMass before they joined FBS. Was making about $2 grand per good game he had.
Yeah.
What do you think a stud?
Where was the money coming from?
boosters and alumni.
Okay.
$100 handshakes.
Nice.
I mean,
Nice.
that's where it comes from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know, all of a sudden there's an envelope with your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
all cash.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend that this shit doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, no, everyone is well aware.
Yeah, okay, good.
That people get paid.
Yeah, people get paid.
Oh yeah.
All those tattoos. Like, I know Terrell Pryor got the tattoo thing, but
Yeah.
like, stuff gets taken care of.
Oh yeah.
You want to forge an invoice? It's very
Wasn't it Vince Wilfork that said that he got paid more at Miami or doing something like? He made a comment. He got paid more at Miami than he did on his rookie deal or something like that.
I don't know if he did, but the running joke, like even going back to basketball,
yeah,
was like, it's like, do you think Shaq made all his money in Orlando? No, Shaq made all his money in college. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when he was at LSU, it's like there's no like, why would he go to LSU?
Yeah.
How did Ole Miss when was Laramie Tunsil drafted? Do you remember that? The gas mask?
Oh God.
Was that 2016?
Somewhere between 14 and 16.
It wasn't way back. It wasn't as far back as 14 because it was Laquan Treadwell, Laramie Tunsil,
Okay.
maybe Robert Kondichi.
Okay.
I kind of forget. Actually, I think Kondichi got drafted the same year that Jones got traded. Chandler Jones got traded to Arizona. So I think it was 2016.
Okay.
Again, I could be wrong. But they had Ole Miss had 3 first-round picks. 4 years later, Ole Miss has 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
You want to tell me nothing's going on here?
Right.
You want to tell me that Ole Miss just is kind of, you know, getting some talent?
Yeah.
They have the same talent as Alabama and Clemson.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
No. They're getting paid.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all know that those 3, the first, like, Treadwell, probably Kondichi, I think it was Kondichi and Tunsil, I think those were the 3 that year. Like, that was the whole Hugh Freeze thing. And I think Hugh Freeze was a little bit of the Rick Pitino stuff.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe not. Maybe he wasn't. That might have been the other guy, Baylor. His kid is at fucking FSU now. Yeah, Kendall Rouse is at FSU now.
Yeah.
But like, I just, it's so fucking obvious. It's like you have 3 first-round picks and you get slapped with NCAA like sanctions.
Yeah.
It's fucking like clockwork.
Right.
Like,
right.
look at how good Baylor was. Look at the fucking players that came out of there over like a 4 or 5 year span.
Josh Gordon.
Kendall Wright.
Yep. Robert Griffin.
There was another receiver. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, you're right. He's another big receiver too,
Yeah.
like a Josh.
They had
Gordon.
like 4 of them,
Yeah.
just like running free.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
That these guys aren't getting paid. So like, that's my thing is like, if California's gonna say it's okay, it's like, I don't know if it's even gonna matter.
Right.
They make more money in the damn parking lot.
Right. It's true.
Seriously, like,
Yeah.
Georgia alum, you go out there, you beat fucking Alabama. How much money do you think Chris Davis made on the kick 6? He's probably still feeding his kids with that money.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
My God, everybody. So Auburn, huge school, tons of alumni,
Right.
famous alumni, beats Alabama on a last-second kick 6.
Yeah.
That's got to be worth $50K.
Yeah. Probably just from Charles Barkley alone.
Oh my God. Like, you don't think Bo Jackson's leaving fucking envelopes around?
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
So I don't know. Like, I want NCAA players to get compensated. I just don't think it's gonna matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like as much legal compensation for them, fine. Eventually, they're gonna have to.
Yeah, I think
Like
we're
weed's
going,
legal, sports betting's legal. College
Yeah.
players are gonna be getting paid soon.
Yeah, we're heading towards that direction.
It has to. There's no way.
The people in the fucking from the 1920s are rolling over in their graves right now. Weed's legal. Fucking college athletes are gonna get paid.
They've probably been rolling over their graves.
And they're
over
you guys betting in sports.
the whole civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Probably first, 1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alcohol also wasn't legal.
Women weren't allowed to vote.
Yeah. Which women's suffrage is pretty bad. We should really put an end to that. Do you remember doing that when we were younger? You would like talk to people, or like you'd see YouTube videos, and like random people on the street, you'd like go up to like women and be like, "Oh, like we're trying to start a petition to end women's suffrage," and the women would be like, "Oh my God, yeah, where do I sign?" Like, oh God, these people are so dumb.
Yeah, that's just dumbass. And that's funny.
Yeah.
It has nothing. I thought you were gonna go like that has something to do with the gender. It has nothing to do with the gender. That has to do with intelligence.
No,
level.
no. It just has to do with most of the people in this country are fucking idiots.
Yeah, we're trying to end women's suffrage.
Because if you think about it, there's over 300 million people. I think I'm gonna use this as my final thought, as how many fucking dumbasses are here. There's over 300 million people that live in this country. If you want to talk about like complete, utter fucking idiots,
1490.
1%. You want to call it like 1%?
Is not an idiot or is an idiot?
Is just an utter, like, barely able to survive life dumbass.
Like eating a nice bowl of gravel outside?
Yeah. Like 1% of those people, that's what? 3 million? There are 3 million complete, utter fucking idiots that cannot get out of their own way. And I'm being very, very nice here, assuming there's only 1% of the entire country that are that bad. So it's like...
It can't just be 1%.
No, I know. But like, that's how many people exist that are dumb.
We gotta remember,
and of that 3 million, I bet you 2.5 are all on Twitter. like what the fuck? Like, what are the odds?
Actually, so on that strength and conditioning post, it had to have been a troll account, but
Yeah.
someone jumps in there and it's like, yeah, well, you know, you guys only get paid $30,000 because you wear like track jackets and shorts to fucking work, and all you do is yell in a weight
What
room.
are we in the Bulgarian mob? Like, what the fuck?
Tracksuits.
Yeah, who wears tracksuits?
So it had to have been a troll account, but
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god,
Oh,
that's so
man.
bad. But then people actually get mad about it. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
he just used the term tracksuit.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen to him?
Yeah.
Nah, no way.
So yeah, how many people do you think are just complete fucking utter idiots?
All kids.
All kids, yeah.
Anyone under the age of 23.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you under 23.
23 and under
Yeah.
is an automatic moron.
Right.
Fuck you guys.
You're almost at 24.
Aren't you 24?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, aren't you 24 now?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. What year?
Hey,
what year were
hey,
you
the
born?
fact that you don't know how old you are kind of helps our case.
What year were you born?
I'm fucking 23. My birthday's
What year were you born?
coming up. 95.
95.
So he turns 24 this
You'll
year.
be 24 this year. Yeah. When's your
Wow.
birthday?
September.
September. All right.
One
Well,
year-
until
one year-
September, you're a moron.
I'm gonna make
Well, it's only automatic. It's only the automatic bid.
Yeah.
Because now some of these people who are older than 23
Right.
can be morons too.
Yes. Yes.
And that's where we start getting into percentages. So I don't know, man. Like, because now it's not 300 million anymore. Because we just wiped out what a third, a quarter.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how many people.
Well, I don't know what the average lifespan is, but if I'm saying 23 and below,
I think 78 is average.
so it's about.
Might be 77 for men and 79 for women.
Okay, so
we'll
I
call
just-
it 78.
I just ruled out a little more than a third.
Yeah. Just about.
So that's like 200 million.
Yeah. 200 million people above.
And I'm still willing to keep the 3 million.
Yeah.
3 million dumbass.
Yeah.
But now it's out of 200 million, not
Right.
300.
Right. There's a lot. Like, just think about that. Like, the sheer amount of people that exist in this country, and how many of them, just by probability, have to be a fucking idiot.
It's so simple too.
And
You
think
just
about
see
how
it.
many of those people you have to interact with on a day-to-day basis.
Oh, you mean like when I tell someone, hey, all of our memberships are monthly.
Yeah.
Oh, does that mean I have to pay for a month? I'm almost speechless. I would be speechless if I wasn't used to answering this question.
If this wasn't the 4th time I've heard this week. Oh my god. See, that's what I mean. Like, there's a lot of really fucking dumb people out there. And I'm not claiming, again, to be, like, super fucking intelligent. Like, I like to think I'm pretty smart. Like, I think I'm smarter than average. I'm not a fucking super genius. But, like, I don't know. I just feel like most people are just so fucking stupid. It's annoying, actually.
Well, people are even becoming dumber because they can't think for themselves.
Right.
That's like the other problem. You know what the kids ask me, and I know they're kids? One kid literally asked me the other day, "Oh, boy, what do you do for work?"
Get the fuck out of here.
And I looked at him, I was like, "Oh." He's like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" I'm like, "Oh, dude, nothing. I don't have a job." Wait, you don't have a job? No.
Jesus Christ.
And like some of the other kids are like, "But like, you know, how do you make money?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't.
I live in a commune."
I live here." I say that. I go, "I live here." You always just live out back. It's easier than, renting an apartment, right? And then like some of them in the class catch on, like,
yeah,
like, you guys are morons. But like, wait, like, do you have a job? Nah, dude, I don't.
No, I don't work.
Nah, I don't work. Oh, like, how do you pay for housing? No, dude, I don't have a house either. I mean, I don't have a job. How am I gonna have a house? I live here.
Oh man, you know what's funny is my initial thought was that like those kids would be like 7, but I bet you they're like 13.
Yeah, they're 14.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna be in high school next year.
Yeah, like that is a very appropriate conversation I would expect to have with a 7-year-old.
Yeah, as they're like picking their nose and like staring off into space.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, 14 years old, gonna be in high school next year.
Good.
Gonna be driving in 2 years.
Bobby, what do you do for work?
Oh, you don't have a job? Nope.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. I think we need to end this now. That's gonna make me more and more annoyed. Oh shit. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening and for watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe both on YouTube and wherever you're listening, whether that's iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, whatever. Castbox. Big fan of those guys. We're up to 4 subscribers on Castbox now.
That's good, because we're not even putting any effort into like that platform, so I don't even know what that platform is.
Yeah, I don't either. So shout out to you guys. We fell out of the rankings in the U.S. without actually being ranked in the U.S. I got an email notification, and it was like episode 50. I showed you this earlier at the gym. It said episode 50, and then it just said out, because it has like the up, down, whatever the number is, and then out. But there was nothing there before of what it was ranked previously. So we fell out of the rankings in the U.S. without being ranked.
Come on, people, we need you to tell your friends.
But we were there. That means we were there for like a fraction of a second.
I want to go back. I want to see a number.
Yeah, I want to see a number.
35 in Madagascar is just not, I mean, shout out to Madagascar.
Yeah.
But I want more.
Always want more. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone. Spread the word. You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. So wherever you are in the world, clearly it works in Madagascar. Shout out to you guys.
I would also recommend
wherever you are,
drafting an apology in your notes section of your phone,
yeah.
Just screenshotting it and then recommending it.
Yep.
And then, hey, did you listen to that? Just send them the picture.
Yeah, just send them.
It's easier than typing it out each time.
And while you're at it, you can follow us at Sarcasm Speaks Pod on Instagram and Sarcasm_Speaks on Twitter. So thanks again, guys. Until next time, good night.